Hello and welcome everyone to Cafe. I'm Crystal Candy.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. It is great to be back with you to share all of the fun and exciting events happening this week. But first, let's check out our Cafe Musician of the Month, Fabiola Rivera.
You got me going crazy. You got me straight out of my mind, and I've been praying lately. I don't know who I am inside. I'd run away any day into your arms. You got me going crazy. You got me straight out of my mind. I never know when you want me, I never know when you don't. I never know if you love me, and it ain't fair, 'cause I won't say no to you. I'll always come if you call. All of my everything is twisted in this tight little ball. Crazy all in for you, crazy because I'm out. Yes, I'm thinking about you, leaving no room for doubt. I'll be so nervous round you, nervous when you got me totally insane. You got me going crazy. You got me straight out of my mind, and I've been praying lately. I don't know who I am inside. I'd run away any day into your arms. You got me going crazy. You got me straight out of my mind. There you are again. Should I stay or should I go? I feel my heartbeat changing. That's a second when I know you have me begging for you. I'm on my knees. You got me. You've got me going crazy. You got me straight out of my mind, and I've been praying lately. I don't know who I am inside. I'd run away any day into your arms. You got me going crazy. You got me straight out of my mind. I'd run away any day just to end up in your arms. Darling, hey, won't you take me and say you've got me going crazy. You got me straight out of my mind, and I've been praying lately. I don't know who I am inside. I'd run away any day into your arms. You got me going crazy. You got me straight out of my mind.
That was awesome. It's so
Yeah.
nice to have music back
It
in
is
Cafe
nice.
again.
Yeah.
So I had the chance to check out an incredible attraction that is seasonal, that is back this year at the Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens, the Asian Lantern Festival. Wow, I highly recommend it, and I want you to check it out. The Asian Lantern Festival is back at the Central Florida Zoo, now in its 4th year with all new dazzling displays just in time for the holiday season. And we are going to go check it out. At nighttime, the Central Florida Zoo is transformed into a magical, illuminated wonderland. While the animals sleep, the Asian Lantern Festival comes to life. This year's theme is Into the Wild, featuring dinosaurs of all shapes and sizes. So the T-Rex is lit up and growling, and we are here with CEO Richard Glover of the Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens for the Asian Lantern Festival. We have only seen just a little bit of what you guys have to offer, and so far it is just breathtaking and dazzling. How excited are you guys for what you're here to show people this year with the festival?
Thank you. We're really excited. We're excited to have you out here. And yes, I mean, you're just scratching the surface. So this is more than 3/4 of a mile of big installations like this all over the zoo. Some of them interactive that move, some that are just large, beautiful. We've got all kinds of things for people to do while they're here. We've got live musicians. We have themed food. It's a great way for someone to spend some of their holiday.
In the fact that we are here in such a natural environment, and when people hear Asian Lantern Festival, I thought of just the lanterns that we see, you know, in photographs and in movies, but wow, oh wow, we're talking about what's behind us right now is so grand and amazing. I mean, just talk about some of the work that goes into this.
Absolutely. So the company that we partner with, Tianyu, does this all over the country. They're a company from China, and they bring in 25 people a month before we start this to build these, to create these. Every one of these are hand painted. So they've all been constructed on site. It's an amazing thing to see them do the work they do. And then when it all gets lit up, it's just mind-blowing. It's the first time I saw it last year, I had no idea it would be so grand.
We were walking in towards this exhibit behind us, and all of the different themes, you know, from fairies to flowers to flamingos, but this year it's Into the Wild. So with the dinosaurs and some other things, what can people expect to see on this 3/4 mile pathway?
So we got everything from traditional Asian lanterns to the dinosaurs is our major theme for the year. But you also will see a lot of flamingos and things like that are more Florida themed. But yeah, there's a big variety. We have a lot of dinosaurs this time, which we're really excited about, including a photo op where you actually stand in a dinosaur's jaw.
Oh.
And the whole family can get in there and get your picture that way. So pretty cool.
This is such a great way for you all to highlight the beauty and the natural beauty of the Central Florida Zoo. And it's also an opportunity for people to experience Asian culture as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's wonderful to be able to expose people to that culture. And because of the time of year we do it, a really large number of people come out to be exposed to it. But we have people, live musicians every night. We've got themed food. We really try to immerse people in this. And it's, to be in this setting is unusual. If you'd go do this at a lot of big city zoos, you've got big concrete paths, but with our boardwalks and the trees everywhere, it just makes it feel much more intimate and much more natural. And so it's really, I tell everyone, this is a great date night.
A date night, but also this is the holiday season, and so many families are getting together. And I remember my folks taking us out to look at Christmas lights. These are like Christmas lights, but on 15 other levels.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like nothing else you're gonna see around town for sure. I will say, I'm always blown away by the artistry of these and the meticulousness of the artists. They stay on site for the entire 2 months, and every day they're touching up bits and pieces of the paint on the different lanterns. It's really something to see how much they care about what the public gets to see every night.
And you told me these are hand painted. These are
Every one of
fabric
them.
structures
Yes.
that are hand painted. That's quite special.
Right. They have a metal inside structure, and the fabric goes around them, and every single one of them is done by hand.
And I know you guys are showing this off through the
Through
middle of
January
January?
14th, yes.
And so people have a large opportunity to come out because there are
We
set
do.
times that they can buy tickets to
Yes.
come out to enjoy this.
So we do time tickets every night. This is from 6 to 10 on the nights we're open. And we do ticket times at 6, 7, and 8 o'clock. And tickets are $23 a person, or you can buy a family 4-pack for $71. So we do encourage everyone to buy their tickets online ahead of time because we don't sell walk-ups. We sell out almost every night.
So a great opportunity to experience Asian culture, be dazzled by these amazing lights, and also see the natural beauty of the Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens. Richard Glover, CEO here, thank you so much for joining us, and we are going to go check out some of the dazzling displays that you guys are showing us all over tonight. It's a celebration of the beauty and tradition of Asian Lantern festivals, and it's a way to experience the Central Florida Zoo like never before. You can step inside a dinosaur's mouth and stroll the boardwalk under a canopy of brilliant flowers. Even the swings light up here, you guys. Check out these folks down here. What? We are gonna go out and check out some more lanterns. Bye. Along the way, you'll learn fun facts about Asian culture, and you'll see nods to Florida as well. Dozens of lanterns, handcrafted, hand-painted, and illuminated by thousands of LED lights. At 150 feet long, the Phoenix just might be the most impressive lantern here at the Asian Lantern Festival. In Chinese culture, it represents grace, renewal, and harmony. The festival runs through the middle of January, and it is very popular, so make sure you check it out here at the Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens. I can't tell you how blown away you will be seeing those in person. Just stunning, and with the beautiful backdrop of the zoo, it is just it's a lovely way to spend an evening.
I've heard nothing but rave reviews.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Well, start the new year with Classical Arts Entertainment as they present the ballet fairy tale Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The Brothers Grimm fairy tale comes to life in dance and staging by the State Ballet Theater of Ukraine. This unique production takes place on January 6th at the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. Showtime is at 2 p.m. For tickets, go to drphillipscenter.org.
You can still enjoy the interactive and immersive dazzling nights at Lou Gardens until January 6th. This is a completely redesigned and brand new experience, and it features 1 million dazzling lights inside of a shining forest with magical displays and beautiful sculptures. To ensure the safety of guests, timed entries will take place from 5:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. Go to dazzlingorlando.com for tickets and information.
Celebrate Zora Neale Hurston's birthday at the 2024 Zora Festival, now in its 35th year. The festival's namesake and global literary giant celebrated her historic hometown, Eatonville, in her writings. The festival features various events, including the popular Afrofuturism Conference. It takes place between January 7th and January 27th. Go to zorafestival.org for more details.
For a daytime adventure, there's still time to check out Holiday Blooms at Lou Gardens until January 7th. Hundreds of colorful and unique poinsettias, along with seasonal flowers and foliage, create a magical garden. A special garden hunt will entice all ages to find the hidden winter wonderland treasures. Tickets can be purchased online at lougardens.org or in person at the admissions desk. Tammy Diener Lafferty, who is a curator at the Alvin Pelagic Museum and Sculpture Gardens, joins us to tell us about this very, very special place in our area. Welcome, Tammy. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Every time I say Alvin Pelagic Museum and Sculpture Gardens to somebody, their eyes light up.
Yes.
For people who haven't been, tell them what they will experience once they go there.
Well, I would say, many people say, oh, I have never heard of it, or I have never been there and I've heard of it. So I just want to say, I hope that everyone will come to visit. It is a very special place. It's located in Winter Park, Florida, on the shores of Lake Osceola. And it is not only a museum, it is also, we have an historic home. We have a sculpture garden located on the shores of Lake Osceola. And And we also have an art gallery with rotating exhibits that we rotate 4 times a year with different, upcoming and new artists. We have an annual event called Winter Park Paint Out, which is very popular in Winter Park and is a lot of fun. And we also have Capen House, which is a second historic home, and there we host events, weddings and conferences, and it's available for rent.
Now, you just sort of slid the Sculpture Gardens in there.
Yes,
but
I
it
did.
really is a
Yes.
very special place.
It is a special place. I highly recommend people come and spend a day there. The Sculpture Gardens, it's a 3-acre sculpture garden, just lush with all kinds of different tropical plants. And nestled within the plants, you'll find as you turn around every corner, the beautiful sculptures created by Alban Polasek. He built this home in 1950 when he retired, and he built it to be his studio and his home, and he was inspired by the same sights that you'll see when you visit there, the beautiful landscaping and the beautiful view of the lake, and he designed those gardens himself to display his sculptures.
It's a wonderful experience. It's reflective, contemplative, but also just so artistic.
Yes.
You're seeing so much beautiful design. The atmosphere, of course, and the setting is just amazing to be there on the lake. So if people wanted to bring their family, would kids really enjoy it as well?
Yes, we're definitely very welcoming to families. I think, one of the best parts is our 3-acre sculpture garden, so the kids can go out and run around in the gardens. It's fine to go up to the sculptures and touch them and interact with them. And we do have docent-led museum guided tours of the historic home, which will tell you all about the life of Alban Polasek and about his artwork. But I would say they're pretty brief, and I think most kids would be able to follow along and enjoy it, yes.
So Tammy, tell me about Winter Park Paint Out. What would people experience if they participate?
Winter Park Paint Out is, one of the cultural events of the year in Orlando. It's very popular. It's been held since 2011, and the Winter Park Paint Out consists of plein air painters. 24, nationally recognized plein air painters. Plein air means outdoor painting. Come for Winter Park Paint Out for a week-long festival. And in that week, these painters create, up to 250 paintings. Our gallery is turned into a wet room, and as they paint, their paintings are hung in the wet room. And they are all available for sale. The proceeds help to benefit the museum and the artists as well. They paint on site at the Polasek Museum. The museum and the festival is free all week long. And we have painting demonstrations, so some of these artists will give demonstrations as to their techniques and how they paint. It's just a really wonderful, wonderful place to be. The painters can be found all over different sites around Winter Park and Orlando. So if you see, during the last week of April, we have this annual event every year. If you see painters painting away, it's most likely that they are part of Winter Park Paint Out.
And with the Sculpture Garden and just the beautiful locale, is there event space that you could have an event there?
Oh yes, we're very popular for weddings. In 2014, the museum had the opportunity to purchase, it's called Capen House. Capen House was located on the other shore of Lake Osceola, and the land was purchased and the house was to be demolished. And so a bunch of concerned citizens, including the Polasek Museum, got together and raised funds to save the Capen House. And they were able to, in a very short amount of time, raise enough funds to move and restore the home. So yes, it was moved across the lake. So I was not there at this time, but I've seen photos, and from what I understand, the house was actually cut in half, and then it was put on barges and floated across the lake to to the Palashik property, and there it was reassembled together and restored, and it's just a beautiful historic building from the beginning of the 20th century, like early 1900s. Beautiful wood floors. It's just a lovely place to be, and it is available for weddings. We have many weddings, engagement parties, even business conference meetings there. It's a very photogenic spot. You can be married on the shores of Lake Osceola in the midst of the beautiful sculpture garden.
Very nice, very
Yes.
nice. And what a story you'll have to tell about your venue
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Well, Tammy, thank you for being with us. And if you haven't been to the Palashik Museum and Sculpture Gardens, make your way there. It is one of the gems here in Central Florida.
Thank you.
The Orlando Science Center's Dinos in Lights continues until January 9th. Dinos in Lights features dinosaur displays wrapped in twinkling lights that pulsate to seasonal tunes and classical favorites. Encounter Stan the T-Rex and his fossil friends in a festive display the whole family will enjoy. Shows happen every hour throughout the day. Go to osc.org for tickets.
Also at the Orlando Science Center, you can still enjoy backyard adventures until January 9th. Step into a garden of wonders as you explore the outdoors from the perspective of a bee. Take a swing at Garden Gold and try on night vision goggles. This exhibition is an opportunity to learn about the science in your own backyard, including the interactions between plants and insects. Check out the details at osc.org.
As we showed you earlier, one of the most popular events of the holiday season is still going on at the Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens. The Asian Lantern Festival Into the Wild features all new, larger-than-life lanterns, including a section dedicated to dinosaurs. The event will run on select nights until January 14th. Tickets and more information is available at centralfloridazoo.org. And boy, when you think of lanterns, it's not just a lantern
Right.
like this. It's like spanning, tens and tens of feet, all wrapped
wow.
in this fabric, and it's hand painted. It's stunning, and it's a unique way to experience Asian culture.
Yeah, I've heard literally 5 people have said, "Have you been? Have you been?" So I've got to go.
Well, I'm the 6th person. You need to go.
Yes.
Well, that wraps up this week of events. If you have one you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Crystal Candy.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community. And now here's more from our Cafe Musician of the Month, Fabiola Rivera.
I could say I was wonderful in a way. I could lie to them and they'd never know the real me. I always say what I want, not what I mean. I never make it clear. I could smile and wave and play this little game. All their hopes and preconceived notions inside my